has not been easy for you. You have had a struggle your entire life. Life hasn't always been this bad for you. You still didn't have much, but you were married and happy. But your husband is now dead. And you have to figure out how to survive on your own. Many people think you have back problems because day after day, you walk around town with your head down. If people were to ask you why, you would tell them that it's because you're shy. But that isn't it. No, there's a much more practical reason, as well as a much sadder reason. The sad reason is you don't want to see all of the pretty and luxurious things that you could never hope to afford. You don't want to look at others either, as you know they're looking down on you. Them in their nice, new clothes with pretty colors and fancy silks, while you're second to last thing that your husband ever bought you. You know that all people see is the old dirty rags that are covered in holes that you have to wear because you can't afford anything else. That is the true reason that you refuse to look up, but you also look down hoping that enough people will drop enough money that you can find enough to be able to buy yourself some food for the day. You are as desperate as it gets. One day while you're doing your daily walk, looking for loose change, you hear that Jesus is in the town. You have heard stories about the things that Jesus has done. How he has healed the sick, cast out demons, and fed thousands. And secretly you are hoping that he will feed thousands again so you can get a free and easy meal. As you head to the church that Jesus is at, you continue to look down at the ground. And as you take the last corner before the building, you notice a penny on the ground. Most people wouldn't even bother to give it a second look. But you're not most people. You have nothing. You bend down to pick a penny up. It's not much, but you just went from having nothing to having a penny. For you, this penny is your entire safety net. As you get to the front of the building, you see a crowd of people gathering towards the front. Knowing that you will be looked down on because you have nothing, you sit in the very back. As the service continues, Jesus gets up to preach. And as he goes through his message, you begin to realize why people are willing to listen for hours, if not days. Once Jesus finished preaching, he goes and sits down. He sits down in the front by the offering bucket. Then people start getting up to give their offering. Most of the people there seem excited. After all, you are in the rich part of town. And one by one you watch as people put in large amounts of money into the offering bucket with a smile on their face as they make it as obvious as possible just how much money they gave. But you're not most people. You start fighting with yourself, trying to decide if you're going to give. You want to help Jesus any way you can, but you also know that you don't have anything to offer that would be of much help. And then a question pops in your head. If I give this penny, how can I possibly get anything to eat? As the last rich show-off finishes giving his offering, you have made up your mind. You get out of your seat, still half willing to walk out of the building. You walk up to the front where the offering bucket is with your normal, slow, head-down walk. You notice you walk past people, they're wondering what you could possibly give. Whenever you finally make it to the front, you hold your fist over the offering bucket. You hesitate for one final moment. As you know, there's no turning back. You don't want anyone to see that all you have to give is a tiny penny. Then you open your hand, and the penny falls into the offering bucket. You can feel people judging you. Then as you walk back to your seat, you hear Jesus call his disciples over. And you hear as he tells them, "Truly I say to you, this poor widow has put in more than all those who are contributing to the offering box. For they all contributed out of their abundance, but she, out of her poverty, has put in everything she had, all she had to live on."